So, good afternoon everyone.
Afternoon.
Make a trip of 45 minutes through the old medieval core of Gent. And we start at 160 kilometers further south, so further behind us, upstream obviously, in northern France, what we know today as the only by law. And it's the main reason why we became so rich in fact. It all happened in front of us here. Then something completely different, the grey building here. That water has been purified because there's only 2 medieval canals left in this city, although we once had 24 of them. So we had far more canals, for example, than you have today in Bruges. I know Bruges is quite known for its medieval water, but that's probably also the biggest difference between Ghent and Bruges. The fact that Bruges was never industrial. We got that textile, the cotton industry here so soon, so more than 200 years ago. And bakery, 140 years old, they could produce up to 15,000 breads a day in a factory like this one at that time. And that was quite necessary because in the middle of the 19th century we got some serious problems to collect ice in the north of Europe. They were coming back and then to store the ice here because the property or the house on the left here on the corner in white sandstone was property of the fish salesman. The fish market in the Middle Ages was just behind the meat market. If you like upper class cuisine, you should try the restaurant in front of us, called people, as we felt that for our economy, to keep it alive, that we needed a shortcut towards the ocean. So this canal once had a length of 45 kilometers, 30 miles, was a way out to the North Sea, and was also the only tradeway in these days, till the 16th century, even between Bruges and Ghent. So this was really very important for daily trade between the two biggest cities then in France. Revolution, then we got the guillotine, and you probably know that some medical doctor in France invented that machine, and from then on that was used, of course. Now there's no more death penalty in this country. Still a Catholic church for many people, of course, not just a museum.
It's number one.
This is number 1 or 2, yeah, depends how you look at it. Then, because of the industrialization also of this neighborhood. It's also what you see here today, old factory walls instead of a beautiful palace. But imagine that we once had a small Versailles here, 300 rooms in the 16th century, then it was at its largest. Many times he also came back to Ghent later as well, especially for festivities, just to amuse himself. But once he also came back to punish us, that was in 1540. That was a year that everything changed for us. To tear down our old defensive city walls and city gates. So most of it was destroyed then in the 16th century. The only gate remaining from that period is the one sandstone structure here in front of us. So here we have reached the northwest border of the 15th century city. This was built in the late 15th century. Also had a function as a waterlock because the gate was built on the canal, as you can see. 100 meters you have the modern port area. This way. The modern industry. This is also old industry that they convert mainly to either lofts. If it's private property, they often become lofts. Offices, if it's government property, the government buys them. The old factories, then they mainly convert them into something further left. And then the noose in front of us here, next to the bridge, on the left of the bridge where the car is passing, you have the symbol of the noose, that rope. Symbolizes our people because Charles, when he came to punish us in 1540, he also made those who had political power, again, as a small group, about 50 people, he made them walk through